Morning, all of you. We are live once again on Thursday. It is 9:14. I will give invitation to Paramita PC. Hopefully, she'll be able to join. Okay, I'll wait few more seconds to ensure she's also able to join. PC, I have given already invite and you also accepted. It seems. If you have any problem, just come out and you can. I'll send once again the invite. Can you please check it? Or if you want, I can give once again. I have cancelled the invite. I'm giving it once again to you. Check it, PC, whether you are able to join. I've given you invite. PC, are you able to join? Because the invite has been given to you. She has waived accepting it. Go live with Paramita. No. See, PC, I'll don't you don't try to join because I'll give you invite. This is yeah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. So taking a chant at time is nice. It's good.
Mhm. Thank you. 9:17. Okay. So 2 minutes we lost it. No problem. Uh,
Yes, Anand. So
well,
how are you today?
very fine. And in fact, I was much worried we should get connected because 9:45 I have one more meeting. It's a webinar. So I thought we should get connected quickly. So
Sure.
anyway, we are connected.
And how is my voice today? Are you able to hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, perfectly. I'm able to hear you. But whatever we had problem in the initial period, it's not happening now because we are improving.
So
So
today I'm
constantly.
using from another device, and so I don't have any hands free. So my hands are free, and I'm able to
Same
kind
thing.
of increase
Same
the
thing here
volume.
also. I don't use. I'm using the phone mic.
So this is my done. So I'm using my Samsung, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, so I think yeah, it was Thursday and it's very sultry weather here in this part of the world, Anand in the north. So even without working and walking too much of sweating is happening. So, but anyway, I'm sure after this discussion, I'll get settled. I'll be able to kind of be a little more active with the day coming up.
Good.
All right,
Great.
so because we have time constraint, Anand, so we will start our discussion
Yeah.
and connecting back with what we spoke last time. So last time we spoke about strategic planning,
Yeah.
right? And all the aspects of strategic planning, what it needs to be done, because very, very key component of starting a business.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So the next one, what we will speak about it. Okay, fine. That okay, you've started your business, you're doing fine, but at times you need to know how am I doing. The question is how am I doing? Should be there
Correct.
all the time. It's almost like a thermometer. right? Because you never know what is kind of growing inside you, okay, a disease or a problem. So how am I doing? So we are talking about performance management of my company, right?
Yeah.
So when we say performance management of company, we are not talking about the typical performance management employees, but testing the health of a company. Right, over to you.
Good. That's good. So, see, the performance management, we can divide into two, three parts. I'll just start from. Let's take a manufacturing unit. Manufacturing unit, it starts from the vendor management. That is your supply chain management. So, how quickly I'm getting my, see, supply is important, but as per the schedule, what is the percentage of my scheduled supply is met? That is important. It's not that I got it this week. No, it is got it exactly as per the schedule. This is one way. So supply chain management, and in production we will take it. Then next one is sales and performance. So it's a three part of the performance in any organization of manufacturing. I'm talking about manufacturing because little bit different from service industry and trading industry. So the performance, let's take the inventory also we discussed. I'm talking about the manufacturing side in the production side. How much unit produced? It is also important, but how much qualitatively we produced? That is important. So I always say the people that see the dashboard or KPI should be what it is impacting on your business. That is important. I produce 1,000 units today. Very good. Hey, great. Balle, balle. Clap, celebrate. But if you just look at the PPM, that is PPM is called parts per million. That means how much rejection is happening. If the rejection is more than the whatever standard one, then what is the fun in really celebrating it? So there should be everything is connected. That same way the sales also we got leads, 1,000 leads. That is not important. What is the conversion rate is important. See, I get 1,000 leads. What is the conversion rate? Only 100 people bought it. Percentage is 10%. That's important. But whereas if you got 50 leads and you got 10 people conversion rate, which is higher, see, they're completely different story. So that's where we have to see that the KPI and any company performance, it is not measuring the process. It is not measuring the effort. It is measuring the result which is impacting the company's AOP, company's performance in terms of. And fourth one, I'm taking it finance management. Okay, you have a very good better management, supply chain management you've got. You have a very good production system, and excellently they are manufacturing it, quality, everything is under control. And sales also doing a very good performance, and they are doing it. But the cash flow management is important. How much cash is coming into that fund? What is the ratio analysis also? What is your current asset? What is your current liability? All those things are coming under any company's performance. It's not that my supply chain is good, my production is good, but unfortunately my sales is not performing well because we are selling under the cost, or my finance side, I'm really struggling to maintain my PAT, or I'm really struggling to maintain my lot of ratio analysis, current ratio, asset ratio. There are so many things are there. So these are all the performance. And we used to see that one by, see why we call it as a KPI dashboard, everything is, what is happening inside engine. There are so many things are happening in engine. When the diesel is going or petrol is going, that is not important to the dashboard. Whether the oil pressure is maintained or not. That is because if the oil pressure is not there, if the oil level has gone down, then what will happen? Engine will get seized. So that is where the vital parameters being displayed in dashboard, which is directly impacting the performance of the whether it is an engine or a company or any person. This is how.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think let's simplify this. What we are speaking is that, see, more often when somebody starts a business, right? So probably the common way of looking at the performance of the business is money, What is the revenue I'm getting?
Yeah.
That's the first common parameter of checking, right? So I'm also thinking about that as we grow in grow with the company matures,
Mm.
maybe the way we look at the KPI performance changes, or maybe it matures. Like how? Like initially we only talk about revenue. There will be
Yeah.
a time where the health of the company will also talk about how people feel about the company. Okay, whether we are able to attract talent. Okay, even it's a small company. Okay, so I think somewhere this entire KPI business also moves with the maturity of the company, right? Am I making sense here? That's what I'm thinking about. So Anand, how do you kind of talk about a small entrepreneur? How the person should be able to look at performance stage by stage?
Good. See, you know, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, all you know that. I think they are the business close to 10 years or something like that in India. Particularly, I'm talking about in Chennai. I know that still my vague memory says that in 2015 onwards we started to experience. You will be really surprised and shocked to know that still they are in loss. Can you believe it? But the investment is getting poured like anything. Why? The cash flow management. They have a very good revenue. They are growing every year revenue. The revenue growth is keep on happening, and the cash flow is straight away. It is cash and carry kind of it. You pay it, so there is no credit system at all. So cash flow also it is very nice. So the business model is good. The people are investing more. Same way, any rightly you said few years back we measured the company performance only by revenue. We measured the production unit only by the units production as per the, for example, machine A is supposed to produce 8 hours of operation, 500 units out. They said, yeah, very good. Today we are 450. Very good. Congratulations. But end of the day, if you just look at that, how much, what do you call, rejection is there? Quality issues are there. I give one classic example of one bottle company where we did analysis. That fellow said that, sir, my raw material is not matching with my finished good. Oh, good. So I asked him that, can you please tell me that your process, how you are? So literally I asked him, please give me the storytelling. How you are buying raw material, the granules, no, for manufacturing plastic bottle, PET bottles. How you are bringing it? He said, this is how I'm bringing it. Very good. From stores, how are you giving it? I understood everything. I said, it's clearly you are making mistake. So your KPI is not saying that how much wastage is happening there. How are you giving to your unit? No, sir, we are hum bar ke de dete. No, that's not the right way. You have to measure it and give it to them. Every unit you are supposed to give it measure. This much of kg I gave you, and 1 kg of raw material equal to this many of production, which is not matching. Obviously, they are spilling out so many places, and even when refilling it in the machine, also they are dropping it a lot of things. So the wastage is happening in the production line itself, and they are not calculating what is the percentage of bottle rejection. Sometimes the bottle get unshaped, the shape is not, so they will reject it. Those bottled raw material is not being calculated. They are not really getting into that record that how much rejection is also happening there. So once they started to do that, they realized that, oh yes sir, I have to control the store guy and this whatever the refilling method. I said, you change it. Simple, make a hop and pour it. Just open it and close it so that you just pour it exactly what you require. So what happened? Significantly, their production costs have come down because the waste management is controlled. So this once they started to see in the KPI, they were able to understand, okay, this is where the leaking is happening. That's what I always say anybody that don't look at the bigger hole in the pot in the top. Look at a small hole in the bottom because the bottom is the first place to leak immediately.
Yeah.
If you want to retain the water. So I always say that see the severity, irrespective of whether it is a small or big and anything, but see that the severity is bigger, even if it is a small mistake, go and stop that one. So that you will come to know only when you have the clear impact of your performance is being monitored as a performance monitoring.
Yeah. So I think how the person like an entrepreneur who has started a business, right? Think about listing down the KPIs. Uh, is it something that when I'm starting a business, should I know that okay, what are the things I need to note down? Like it could be only money, it could be cash flow I will talk about. So revenue is something obviously coming in. But then
Yeah,
I'm also investing money in probably infrastructure, right? So that also takes away the money. So I think revenue coming in, I'm spending, the net is we call bottom line and the net thing, right? So I think that's something also can be taken as a big deal.
exactly. See, for example, rightly you mentioned if somebody is starting a new production unit, the
Yeah.
infrastructure is being built. So any company starting before is actually they should have a clear AOP. This year, I will not get any money out of this business because I'm building the business now. I will not get any, but the expenses will be more. Okay, the expenses they have to monitor it, and the what do you call your what do you call project also being monitored in such a way that my infrastructure is built well within 6 months. I
Hmm.
don't know how many of you are aware that in Chennai there is a stadium called Nehru Stadium. In 94 or 95, it was built 6 months, within 6 months by L&T. That was a record in India. One big stadium was built within 6 months. They clearly followed the projects. They said actually one that day that one fellow was there in the project. He just mentioned that our KPI gave us clearly visibility that where are we now? Are we heading right on the right direction? We will really meet our target or not. So any project, for example, infrastructure development is a project for any organization of manufacturing company. That we need to have a different KPI. Once a factory is built, and cost also we need to see that how much we are just mentioning cost. Then the different KPI gets changed because we are not going to follow that. So the KPI is not a permanent status. Like I used to say that perfection is not a permanent status. Somebody performed well, somebody may overperform that one. Usain Bolt run in 9 seconds or something, 100 meter, somebody will go 8.45. So it's nothing. Usain Bolt, what he made is actually perfection. No, somebody will do that one. So the perfection, the performance management is only it gets changed every era. That how we need to do the evolution of that particular season so that we grow in all aspects instead of growing sales and we are losing so many things money in the production and we control the production what do you call this quality control everything but somewhere in the finance management it was a complete mismanagement because we don't know where are we heading it. Those things are very important and inventory also I used to say that actually any company manufacturing also whatever the costs and how much you are selling divided by COGS is going to decide that what is the ratio of your sales and your inventory management. That is important. Recently, I just analyzed one company which I am consulting it. I told them your inventory is higher because he sells the value of the value of that whatever the sales is happening. E-service is actually stocking spare parts stocking. It's exorbitant. It's somewhere close to 7 times or something like that. I said, gentlemen, your inventory is eating away. So have a small dashboard in that one. See that how much you are liquidating. He asked me that how to liquidate that parts extra. I said, don't give discount in future to any of whatever the machine you are selling it. You give them a small must kit which they are supposed to replace it in the machine itself. So automatically what will happen, instead of giving a discount, you are giving something which is going to be consumed in the same product so that one way you are liquidating your stock, other way you are keeping customer also that. So this is how the all area we have to see that. See, very clearly I'm saying cancer is being screened different area of the method is completely changed. This here it is screened different and for example throughout whatever the area how the area is there impact is there the screening and the parameter they are seeing it is getting changed. The doctor because one of my family member also we lost him We lost her, my mother-in-law. So that day he told that we think that actually the here the cancer. So the parameter is completely different from people to people and place to place. That is what he said. Same way here also the measuring the performance of the organization, it never remains same of 20 years before, and it will get changed. Today, whatever we are measuring, and I'm sure that one fine day morning we are going to measure the CLV, customer lifetime value, and what is the customer acquisition value. We are going to capture it in future because I acquired a customer for per customer 1,000 rupees, but I am selling a product for 500 rupees. What is the fun in that? There is no fun in going for that business.
Anand, so let me recap for simplicity purpose because whatever you saying is very, very important. That's it. It's not about only looking at uh, the company parameter of today, tomorrow, and how they are growing or changing, right? It's also important, as Anand said, that look at the ecosystem. So there are a lot of things are influences are there from the environment coming in, and I
Correct
should
word you said.
so yeah, so right, Anand, so I should have that openness of mind that okay, am I walking the path without recognizing the changes in the environment? Because as you correctly said, today, cancer screening of the body, the parameter will be different for different areas of the body.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
and also you are saying that this is also there's a difference between individuals. It's not that a standard parameter, but as you just mentioned. So
Exactly.
it's a
Exactly.
dynamic process, and I think it's a very first of all it's a very interesting process to check your health. We're not only talking about performance, we are talking about health. The moment we speak about performance, we speak about how am I doing, right? Now, doing is action, doing is money, doing is result. But Anna, don't you think that okay, when I'm saying health, I'm looking how am I? So it's very
Mm.
different, right? And I think I am able to differentiate between how am I doing is again an action, and how I am. So a lot of people can then make a decision how are they going to check,
Okay.
right? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. Like small business companies, like you know, like revenue can go on maybe first 1 year of as a KPI for a growing as a new start, newbie, right? Because that point of time, if the person only thinks about okay, how much I'm spending and the cash flow and everything, the person's hunting spirit will get stunted, right? But when
Correct.
you're hunting, you have to really take the risk and go. So even if you're
Correct.
losing some money down the drain, it's fine. Maybe the jar is smoother right now. The bottle is small, but here the lower the hole is bigger because you're spending more than what you're earning, right? Anand? So I think that's where people need to be uh, building build this as a part of strategic planning. What we were speaking about last time.
Correct. See, you just point out, and I was creating a sales. In fact, I showed you also that one template we discussed 2 3 days before, 4 5 days. In fact, we came on a line. There, if you just see that I just create a small funnel, the client is generating leads from various sources. He is doing it India Mart, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of channels he's getting leads. I create a small funnel. He was so happy that which channel is really giving more conversion to him. See that though the conversion rate is 52 percentage and an average, but the conversion rate actually if you just look at 100% is happening in walk-in customer. Very first time he's walking customer. So I thought it just better have the people in your showroom so that the 100% conversion is happening. Next is actually YouTube. YouTube is giving 72 percentage. So you focus on more and more videos in YouTube. So this is what I am saying that your KPI gets changed. If you have a real problem of conversion, you have to look at the channel, your KPI has to be changed. You don't have a problem in channel, you don't have a problem in conversion, only problem in sales closing is a problem, then focus it on actually there are the conversion, what is the issue it is happening. So The Kamala Hassan used to say that I picked up the word from him only that perfection never be a permanent status. It keeps on changing it. Same way, your KPI today will not be tomorrow.
Yeah.
It changes based on the basic problem which is impacting your core business that needs to be monitored before it is getting exploded. So that's a way we always say that next year the challenge is going to be this much. So have these parameters as a KPI and monitor it every week. That's what we are saying.
Yeah. And I think also monitoring some KPIs can be monitored every week. Some results are not seen on a weekly basis, then it will lock you up. You can't check it every week. So again, the timing of measurement also kind of vary with the KPI.
See, and one more thing, see, obviously, the employee performance also connected to the organization performance.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you want to know that your sales performance is good, revenue generation is good, the weekly review is important, monthly appraisal is important. I always insist wherever I'm saying that there is no point in a person talking about his performance after 12 months.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
did it in somewhere in first month because even if you went, I forgot what did I have my breakfast last week, 2 weeks before or 1 week before. So nobody will remember that one. So if you just every month you just measure their performance, irrespective of whether it is actually which department performance, close it there itself. Gentlemen, this is what the scoring your for the performance of your this month. So
Yeah,
12 months, you see that quant. Same way, the organization performance also. How the machine is performing. Well, this week the machine was good. As I told you that actually Ahmedabad, one company, I gave a consultancy. I didn't even meet the gentleman also. He gave me the detail. I told the gentleman night shift particular operator is
yeah.
making a lot of problem. It is rejection is happening. Be careful. Eventually, he went and saw that one night. Actually, those people are with alcohol influence. So the rejections were. So all these could be measured even remote. I was sitting somewhere 2000 kilometers away from them, but I was able to realize it actually. The why the data, the
Yeah.
KPI, but you wanted to monitor it. That is important. Person A is giving performance in a B machine. The same person A is giving different performance in C in the same shift, then the problem is in the C. So that is how you have to monitor it. Depends upon your priority, you have to change your KPI also.
And I think that's where even the automation comes in because when you are
Mm.
looking at data, and we spoke about Anand that okay, automation helps you to tag your data, which is a live data, and your return speed
Correct.
happens. So I think everything is kind of connected. I think that's the intention of this discussion is that we want to bring to you that okay, there are different things to do, but they are not in isolation. You can't
Correct.
do things in isolation because they are integrated.
Interlinked. Very good. Correct. Rightly you mentioned.
And
So
integration also means that okay, not all the time I will be able to do everything, and it's not possible. There are companies also fail, and here we're talking about individuals, maybe small entrepreneurs. They don't really know how to do the strategy piece, and we're not talking about a big topics. We're only talking about how are you able to do small things to check how are you going, how are you doing, how are you, and that is
yeah.
where we are there. We are talking about the small tips and tricks. In corporate parlance, we say strategic planning, automation. These are big things, but they're all doable, and this everybody does in some part of their life. Only
Yeah.
thing we talk and we have labeled them as automation, strategic planning, market research, but they're very simple.
Exactly. It is all interlinked. See, that's what. See, you said that holistically we have to see that. See,
Hmm.
I have a very good dashboard and KPI system, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't have the business automation. How will I do that? The business automation brings. Rightly, we discussed last year. The business automation is nothing but repetitive task is being monitored, captured live in digital format. Is business automation. That is
Yeah.
going to give you the KPI. That is going to show you that. See, that's why someone said that actually he was late for my meeting. Sir, only one, two, only 3 minutes only late. I said, gentlemen, if there is a delay between your eye capturing the image and your brain understanding it, if there is a fraction of second, what will happen? The plane will keep on crashing. The bus will lot of accidents, car accidents, everything will be there. So the communication is quick, immediate, and without any further delay. Same way, your business automation, it gives data immediately. You are monitoring somewhere remotely. You are saying, yeah, stop it. Somewhere we are heading towards collision. Stop it. So that's how the KPA is important. So that's what from my side.
I think let that be the final statement from Anand's side because Anand has to take off for another meeting, right,
Yeah,
Anand?
9:45.
9:45. So yeah, so it was a nice, interesting discussion, and then we'll come back to next Thursday. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I think great. So
Ne-
thanks for your
ne-
time.
Next Thursday, what is the subject? If we can, we discussed last time. It was sorry, sometime in the offline we discussed operational efficiency. That
Yes.
because that is a yeah. So we will discuss about operational efficiency of any organization. Then we'll discuss about that one mostly on production side, inventory management, supply chain management. We'll discuss about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
PC, for having
Bye.
me online. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.